Previously on Follow the Leader. Today we're playing Eyes on the Prize by Ira Prince Falls. For those of you who are new to this game, here are the basics. In Eyes on the Prize, you are troublemakers. Maybe you don't think you are. Maybe to you, your most unfortunate and ludicrous circumstances are no fault of your own. And it's only an additional misfortune that you've been driven to such lengths. But the fact of the matter is that when all is said and done, you need your situation upended so badly that you've ended up fake married about it. So it goes. Unfortunately for you, there's nothing more appealing to the rumor mongers and scandal hobbyists of court than an unusual marriage. If the two of you want to have a chance to meet your goals, you'll have to play your parts, and you'll have to play them immaculately. Get your shit done, don't get caught, and absolutely positively do not fall in love for real. That would be so fucking embarrassing. I am playing heir apparent Primus of the House of Eastbrook. He's a bit of a showman. He's very much, built for courtly machinations. He's generally good-natured. He's got a little bit of a mean streak. And he is the firstborn of a minor noble family. And he does not want to give up the machinations of court life to inherit the day-to-day running of his family's holdings because he wants to become the greatest court mage that has ever lived. Primus is very tall, very willowy, very pale. I'm thinking, the first thing that came to mind is, Ianthe Tridentarius.
And I will be playing the Honorable Master Callan von Westmark, uses they, he pronouns. He is the seventh child of a seventh child who was prophesied for greatness that never manifested. Practical, but a little sullen about their lot in life, and he feels a little like he's a failure, despite rising to a decent station at court. Since you're going tall and willowy, I think I'm going to go kind of short and sturdily built, with, kind of sun-kissed skin, long dark lashes, and a mop of curly dark hair. All right. So, yeah, we abscond for the night.
We abscond for the night. Let's decide now, actually. Do we live together? Do we return to separate apartments? What's our housing situation look like, do you think? Is it funnier if there's only one bed?
I think it's funnier if there's only one bed. I think it's probably a big bed, just knowing Primus.
Yeah, no, 100%. I would say that probably Primus's family has presented him and his new beloved with a set of lavish apartments that usually his parents would be living in when they're at court, but of course they are living on the estate and managing the estate, though they're becoming quite old, which is part of his drive to... I haven't mentioned this on mic, but part of his plan is to, by marrying below his station, be disowned of his family's property so he doesn't have to deal with it. He hasn't succeeded yet, but after that fucking performance, he might be closer to it. He's fucking embarrassed his family. Yep, we'll see. All right. Incredible.
Yeah, so we abscond to our apartments, and I think Callan is just like, well, I guess that could have gone worse.
Really? Could it have? I'm not sure how. Primus very dramatically throws himself onto the bed with his arm over his forehead like a fainting Victorian lady.
Well, I mean, nobody tried to kill us, so there's that.
I suppose, but truly that was perhaps my worst performance at court since I was maybe 5, 6. I'll say you didn't do much better. Eating the centerpiece.
I didn't say it was great. I just said no one killed us.
Yes, well, we'll have to see if that's forthcoming. If it's possible to die of embarrassment, I believe I may be doing so right now.
Don't be so dramatic.
You like me for my drama.
If you say so. But I'm smiling.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is so good. We now return to your game already in progress.
So what's the next event that our poor schmucks have to show up to?
Perhaps it is the graduation of the newest class of mage apprentices into mage adepts.
Ooh. I like that.
So it's a fancy formal dinner which I will have to sit at the head table, and therefore you will have to be seated next to me or nearby me at the head table. And I have been very clear that you will not fucking embarrass me at this dinner. It's very important for my standing in the court among the adepts.
You got it, boss.
Quite. Hell yeah.
Right.
Why don't you draw first this time?
Yeah, I think it's my turn to draw, so 3 of diamonds. I swear I shuffled this deck.
You can always shuffle it again.
Yeah.
We have gotten quite a few diamonds, yeah.
You have a pet peeve. Your spouse keeps doing it. What is it? And can you get them to fucking stop it already? God, is Primus the kind of person to twirl his hair? Not like in a exaggerated Valley Girl way, but in just like, you know, kind of like that,
like a
absent-minded
stem.
Exactly.
So I, Samwise, am the type of person to absent-mindedly stim, but you know what I do that's way more annoying?
What's that?
I will do that with my girlfriend's hair. I'll just, like, sit there and, like, start twirling her hair around my finger. I did it in couples therapy once, and the therapist just kind of, like, looked at it and looked at me. So I think that would be way more fucking annoying.
Yes. Perfect. And it
doesn't
mess
help
up
my own hair.
It doesn't help that I'm like, you know, you don't have to reach up for it. You only have to reach over for it. And
yeah,
it's
exactly,
just like,
exactly.
Oh my god. I'm just sitting there quietly seething. I will not embarrass. I will not embarrass. I will not embarrass. I will not embarrass. But there is a point where...
Do you smack his hand away?
No. I'm going to roll a d2 to see if I do it. Yeah, I just, like, surreptitiously turn my head and just, like, bite at your thumb.
That's way funnier. Primus, like, jerks his hand back and is like, Jesus. He didn't say Jesus. Fantasy Jesus.
And that is -1 affection.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think Primus deserves that, actually. That's funny. Okay.
All right.
I keep fucking drawing these marital challenges.
Oh my god.
Queen of Clubs. All right, what have we rolled so far for the details? We've got 12 and
7.
All right. What have we got this time? 3. A duel. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
Jesus. Someone has insulted your beloved. If playing with 4 players, it came from the other pair. Each member of the partnership should roll a d8, and the one who rolled lower is the one who is insulted, and the one who rolled higher is the one tasked with defending their honor. If you roll doubles, the insult was to your marriage itself, and all token changes are doubled. Cool. All right,
All
d8
right.
time. Let's see if the dice still hate me and are gonna make me do this again. Ooh, you rolled a 2, and I rolled an 8. Hell yeah. So, somebody insulted me at this dinner that I am supposed to be, like...
I am the one who is insulted, and the one who rolled higher is the one who's tasked with defending their honor.
God damn it.
Oh
well, yep.
And it's a 2 and an 8, right? So...
That's 8 to 10?
8 to 10, yeah.
Yeah. Well, socially, this calls for a duel, so it's time to duel! The dueling partner rolls a d8 for 1 to 4. You lose. You're humiliated, but at least you stood up for your spouse as expected. Minus your suspicion. Okay, so what this looks like is... somebody else at the head table. Maybe it's Tertius. I don't think so. I think it's another person who's maybe like, let's say that Primus is like a couple of positions below head mage. And one of the people between him and Tertius in this hierarchy makes a comment about marrying below my station. And
what if he's like, something, attacking like the fact that I haven't fulfilled any prophecy yet?
Yeah. So it's like marrying a failed prophecy. Like you truly are slumming it. You're marrying a... Sorry, wait, I have to find a different voice for this character. You truly are slumming it. Marrying a failed... a failed subject of prophecy, and so far below your station. Do you think he's into you for only your money? Yep. Socially, this calls for a duel, so it's time to duel.
Roll a d8.
Roll a d8. Okay. Rolling a d8. I almost clicked the 2 button.
Oh no.
Dear. Well, I lose, I'm humiliated, but at least I stood up for my spouse as expected. -2 suspicion, thank fuck. Whew. Yep, I was just like, this will not go unanswered. Fight me now, before the apprentices who have just graduated. And yeah, they do a little ceremonial wizard duel. Push all the tables off to the side. All the students are like, "Wow, this is so cool! We get to watch our professors fight." And then yeah, Primus is fucking smashed. What's something funny that he could get hit with that would be humiliating?
A curse that turns his regular tail into a pigtail.
Oh no, that's very sad. I love that a lot. Yeah, a curse that makes his tail like short and stubby, and maybe not a pigtail, maybe something more embarrassing. I don't know.
Fluffy bunny tail.
Fluffy bunny tail was exactly where I was going, actually. Yep, he's got a little bunny tail. He's like, oh, my tail! I was thinking like somebody, whoever the fuck, uses a curse that like changes his hair color from platinum to like an ugly dingy brown in his case. I like brown hair, but you know what I mean.
Yeah
but
Por qué no los dos?
True. Yeah. No, his appearance is greatly reduced, and like his outfit just doesn't go with his looks anymore because of his hair is a different color now, so it no longer plays so beautifully off the golden platinum of his hair. Anyways, he's fucking embarrassed. He slinks back to his seat and like his head is down and he's, fucking mad as hell. If his tail was still there, it'd be lashing back and forth, but instead it's just kind of twitching. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Same hat. Yep. Well,
Yep.
At least we lost some suspicion there, which is good because we needed to.
Yeah.
All right. After, part of me wants to be like, after that, I don't think anything good happens at this party. I think that like Primus managed to embarrass himself far worse than Callan could ever have embarrassed him.
Which is why I think we should do one more card draw for this event.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, 10 of clubs. Let's see. Clubs. 10. A distant elderly relative is here, and they've suddenly decided to start telling stories about when you were a child, at length. What are they revealing? Is your spouse going to make fun of you immediately after this? What do you have to do to finally get your relative to stop?
That's very good. I think maybe, yeah, one of the, like, old court artificers is also here, and they are your great uncle. Dwarves live a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all gnarly and old, and he's like, "Did you know this little whippersnapper here?" Oh god, now I actually have to come up with something embarrassing that you did.
I imagine Callan was a dumbass as a kid.
Oh yeah. Tell me, why don't you tell me some things you think Callan has done? Some embarrassing childhood stories.
Oh god. Let's see. I think this is probably one of the tamer ones. There was a time where Callan got their head stuck in the fence while tending to some of the farm animals back home. I think there was a time where Callan got ganged up on by a bunch of the other staple hands and got pushed into a gigantic thing of manure.
Fun. Yeah, and I'm sure that there's like very lurid descriptions in this story of how stinky it was and how they had to how they made Callan sleep outside for 2 days before they could finally get rid of the stench by like asking a mage friend of theirs to come and prestidigitate it away, and like all this stuff, and how is Callan reacting to this? Well, Primus is going, "Oh, interesting. Do tell me more. Do elaborate. No, I'm fascinated by this."
Callan's just like sitting there mortified, one hand over his face, and it's just like, great uncle, I beg of you. Nobody wants to hear these stories, great uncle. Please. Why don't you tell about your exploits?
No, I'm fascinated. Please do go on.
Oh my god. I think to finally get my great uncle to stop, I have to like physically move him away to the dessert table and like get him like you know how sometimes the older you get, the shorter you get as your spine compresses. I'm imagining he's a very short dwarf, and so like I have to fetch a step stool for him to be able to reach the dessert table. But that's how I eventually get him to shut up, is just like stuffing cream puffs into his face.
I love it. It's so good. Oh, this is wonderful. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We got +2 affection off that because we got +1 affection and negative plot, which turns into affection, so.
Hell yeah. Wow, we're doing a great job at our plot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've made no progress, and that's fine with me. Yes, they go home and immediately Primus is like, so stinky.
I will fart on your pillow if you call me stinky again.
That would truly make you very stinky, but I digress.
I hate you. Throws a pillow at you.
I think probably Primus is like standing in front of the mirror trying to fix his fucking curses. He succeeds, of course, but like there's like a little patch of brown hair behind his ear now that he didn't quite get and didn't notice. And do you say anything about this?
I think I'm too busy being mortified to say anything.
That's so valid. That's fair. Yeah. I love that. All right. What is the next event our fine characters end up going to?
What if we're going to a wedding of somebody else in the court?
I love that. Also, I just realized that Primus is probably like, oh, those apprentices will never respect me again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's upset. The only solace is that you also got embarrassed in this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I got some dirt on you in the most literal sense.
Neither of us made it out unscathed.
Truly, truly. All right. So, somebody else's wedding.
I think maybe it's like a high chamberlain is getting married. So somebody whose approval we both need. But everybody's gonna be there.
Everyone is gonna be there. I just realized that Galen's family is probably the king and queen of this court.
Oh my god.
Because if this is the Raven's Roast setting, he is technically royalty, but also the fucking barista, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That's good.
Fucking incredible.
That's good. I love it. Yeah. What's his name? Gallus descended from the chosen of our Lord or whatever the fuck. Blah, 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 blah. Me first. 4 of diamonds. Are you more extroverted or more introverted than your spouse? Are you rubbing off on them? Are people noticing?
That's a good question, because I feel like we're both kind of extroverted in our own ways.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like a lot of Primus's extroversion is a front. Like, he does it because it's necessary, not because it brings him joy. Whereas I feel like, in terms of Callan, it seems more genuine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, I'm definitely more introverted than my spouse is then, and am I beginning to rub off on you? Have you become more withdrawn? Or the other way around?
I don't think I'm becoming more withdrawn. At the very least, that's not how we've been playing it.
Yeah. So, the answer to this question is no. Your turn. No points changes on that one.
Yep. 2 of diamonds.
Woohoo.
There's something about your spouse that really reminds you of someone you knew when you were younger. What is it? Where is that old friend now? I think you remind me of another stable hand that was actually around when I met you. Her name was Rosalind. She had a real drive to, like, she had a goal in mind.
Climb socially.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily climbing socially, but, like, she has a goal, she sets her sights on that goal, and she does whatever it takes to get to that goal. And I don't know if that's necessarily ruthlessness per se, but, like, that's an aspect of Rosalind's personality that Callan really admired about her. And so, like, he definitely respects that in Primus. And I think maybe Rosalind is like, I don't think she necessarily climbed socially, but like maybe she's in charge of all the livery of the court now. Like,
that's cool. Yeah, like so she's got a high position in the like serving sphere of the court.
Yeah, she's a horse girl, so she wanted to be like the biggest horse girl.
And she has succeeded in becoming the biggest horse girl. Good for her.
Yeah.
The big horse girl.
And no point changes there, so...
Excellent, excellent.
This is a really introspective affair for us, it seems.
Yeah. We have caused no problems at this particular event. Yet.
Yeah. Give it time.
Okay, what have I got here? 6 of clubs. At least it isn't a fucking marital trial again. 6 of clubs. Your spouse keeps doing something that's cracking you up. They don't think it's funny at all. What is it? Can you get them to understand why it's funny if you do your best impression of it? Oh boy. What is Kaylin doing that Primus thinks is hilarious? I think maybe it is an expressive hand gesture that Kaylin is making that looks very rude from above. But from face on is like nothing. So, I don't know how to get... I mean, I guess maybe from below it would also look very rude.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah. From an oblique perspective, it's very, very rude. But from face on, it is not. And so, of course, yeah, every time Callan does it, Primus just gives like a little chuckle. Do you
real mature?
Do you believe? I mean, look, it does it back, and does Callan then find it funny or not?
I'm torn because there's a part of me that's like, there's definitely a kind of uncouthness to Callan that would probably find it funny, but on the other hand, it's like, oh god, it's another thing I'm doing that could be embarrassing us in the court.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not both? It's like, okay, yeah, in private it's kind of funny, but oh god, I need to stop doing this immediately, like immediately puts hands in pockets. Again, no point changes.
No point changes. We're doing such a good job at this particular party.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything wrong yet. I'd say that by this point it's like nearing the end of the party, things are starting to wind down, and it's becoming like a nice little, like, it's been a nice evening. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that, like, if there's something that would have increased our character's affection, we can add it without having it be a thing in play? I think that this has increased their affection somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boop. And I have drawn the 5 of Hearts. And I think this will probably be the last card of this evening. And the 5 is... Think of an existing obligation that is being shoved aside in favor of your current plans. Consider what the consequences of neglecting that thing will be. Explain to yourself why this is more important anyway. Ooh. +1 plot, +1 suspicion. Good old suspicion. We haven't seen you in a while. I think that there is a person at the wedding reception who recognizes Callan as being, you know, the 7th child of the 7th child of Westmark, and is just like, shouldn't you be questing right now to find your purpose? And Callan's like, you know, outwardly is just like, my purpose is here with my husband. And the way that Callan like justifies it to themselves is just, it's more important to be doing my own thing and being my own person than it is to be trying to chase after this prophecy that, like, so far hasn't even proven to be true.
Yeah. I like that.
But somebody is now suspicious of me, as usual. And we get one more suspicion, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're at 8 suspicion.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's hope we can change that at some point. Or we don't.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
All right.
All right.
So our next gathering, well,
what does our downtime between these this one look like? I think it's probably a lot chiller than the last two because we're just kind of hanging out and didn't really cause much of a fuss that last event.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think this is like Callan commenting on how lovely the proceedings were, in a kind of wistful way.
Oh, you didn't think our wedding was nice enough?
Oh, no. I mean, our wedding was great. It was great. I just, fluffy dresses just, they're so whimsical.
Oh. Well, maybe next time you get married, you'll get to wear a fluffy dress. No explanation. Does divorce exist in this world yet? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What an odd thing to say, Primus.
Yeah.
What an odd thing to say, Primus. Boy,
right.
howdy. All right, next event. Maybe this is just like a nothing party. Like someone's just throwing a party just for the fun of it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Is it one of the other magisters?
Yeah, I like that. So like we're going to schmooze.
So we'll have a shot at Tertius.
Hell yeah. Let's get him. I guess we also probably have to take out the other two people in between me and Tertius in terms of the hierarchy, unless I do something really impressive that gets me promoted.
Yeah.
Which is definitely going to happen in this game with these dice rolls and these card draws.
Yeah.
Totally. All right. Who drew the last card? I don't remember. You did.
I did. So it's your turn.
My turn. Please don't be another marital trial. It's another marital trial. Actually, it's an ace. Is that a marital trial? No, it's not. Thank God. Ace of spades. Oh, interesting. Someone from your spouse's past shows up. They seem puzzled and bring up something that makes your union even more unlikely than it already was. What is it? +2 suspicion.
Ooh.
Were you perhaps... Because, like, this could go a couple of ways. It could go, like, I thought you liked women. And then, lots of fun jokes about Primus being basically a woman. But also, that's kind of weird. Kind of a weird thing to say about your very pretty husband.
Yeah, and that's an attitude that's kind of rooted in misogyny anyway, so...
It's true, yeah. So let's cut that too.
Yeah.
Someone from your spouse's past showed up. They seem puzzled.
I have a suggestion.
What's your suggestion?
The oracle who gave the prophecy about
that.
Callan.
I like that a lot. The prophetess.
Yep. And she's just like, it's a callback to what got said the last time we were at a party. It's like, shouldn't you be out fulfilling this prophecy?
But also, like, we did mention that, like, if that there's supposed to be a clause in the prophecy that if you fall in love, that something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So she should probably bring that up.
Yes, that's right. So And it would make sense that because this is to suspicion, this brings us up to a boiling point. So
yes, it does. Cool. Uh
yeah, so no, everybody's like, wait, what the fuck?
She was
You're
like,
right. You right.
explain yourself. Your heart falling to love, begets our kingdom falling to chaos or something. That almost sounded good. Yeah. And then everybody's like, what? Huh? So let's look at the boiling point stuff, because I have not read the boiling point stuff yet.
When you reach 10 of any token, you've reached a boiling point. Whatever's been brewing, whether it's your own plans, the rumors and speculation of high society, or your feelings for each other, is coming to a head and needs to be addressed now, for better or worse. Each partner should roll a d8, then note the difference between the two numbers. Read aloud and roleplay the prompt based on the value that has boiled over, affection, plot, or suspicion, in our case suspicion, and the difference between your rolls, and either follow the instructions on the prompt or complete your playthrough. You may hit a boiling point and a game-ending roll before you're ready to stop playing. Follow your heart and just fudge the results if you want to keep going. This is not the game for denying yourself a little extra indulgence.
I like that. That's cute.
Yeah, so let's roll a d8.
Roll a d8.
Oh, I got an 8. You got a 1.
And I got a 1. All right. Roll of 1 and 8.
Roll of 1 and 8.
Oh my god.
Oh, do we want... So here's where we ask ourselves, do we want to follow the dice or do we want to follow our hearts?
That's a good question. So what the dice tell us to do here, you both realize how ridiculous this is. Or you both suddenly become terrified, or you both fall into an argument that shatters whatever illusion.
We're in suspicion. That's
affection. Oh shit. Alright, well then wait, I have to scroll down more, because
Yeah.
Ooh,
the end. The cat is out of the bag. Your marriage has not passed inspection. You are liars and everyone knows it. So what happens now? Describe how your couple's plot falls apart and how they're affected by the suspicions they were unable to dispel.
Interesting. What do you feel like? I want our guys to fall in love.
I don't want this to be the end. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, me too. So how do we fudge this? Maybe we pull up to the difference of 1 to 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we could pretend we got doubles even instead of polar opposites. What do you feel like?
Yeah. Let's see. So let me read doubles and the difference of 1 to 3.
Okay.
All right. I like the idea if we rolled doubles. A close shave, a near miss, a harrowing glimpse of how it could all go wrong. But as it turns out, the two of you are the perfect team for hard times. Describe how together you miraculously pull your plans back from the brink of disaster. Remove 7 suspicion tokens, add 3 affection tokens, and keep your eyes on the prize. Return to play.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Okay, let me do this real quick and then... Alright, so we're down to 3 suspicion. We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 affection.
So how do we pull it back from the brink of disaster from, should you fall in love, the kingdom is doomed, etc., being brought up at a party?
I have an idea.
Do tell.
So I think Callan is able to spin this to make Primus look good. Clearly, Primus's magical prowess is able to keep the curse of me falling in love at bay. Obviously, the kingdom still stands. So...
True. Of course, it's no easy feat to keep a curse this strong at bay, but of course the strength of my affection is making it all the easier to keep it away from my beloved. Of course, at some point we will have to find his quest, but the longer I keep up my curse breaking, the easier it will become to break it. And I'm sure the prophetess is like, this is no curse, it's blah 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 blah. Like,
yeah, but
do we get her thrown out of the party?
I think it's fun if we get her thrown out of the party.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she caused the scene and worried everyone for nothing.
Yep.
You know? Hell yeah.
So does Primus appreciate the way that Callan turned it around?
I do. Yes, absolutely. Primus appreciates that shit. He's feeling very, he's like, you know, he's preening. He's like stroking his little beard, and yeah, he's got a shitty little beard. The way that elves sometimes do, but like, you know, nothing on anything that Callan's family could grow, of course. I'm gonna enjoy designing these characters after we finish recording this. And I'm gonna enjoy drawing Callan eating a floral centerpiece.
Yeah.
Alright. Your turn to draw a card, I guess.
Yep.
Do you think that's the end of that event, though? Whoops. Oh, another marital trial.
Yep, I drew a marital trial. I think that it's fitting that a marital trial should come at this Nothing Burger event, though.
Yeah, I think that is pretty funny.
Especially after that happened, it's just like, okay, we think we're in the clear.
After that boiling point. And then some other bullshit happens.
Yep. Have we done an 11 yet?
I don't
Let's
believe
see.
so.
7,
12,
12,
7,
3.
Nope.
Yep.
We have not done 11. So 11.
So.
I see.
What happens in court stays in court. It's time for some good old-fashioned party games. Choose a variety of game that would generally be played at festivities like the ones your characters are attending, like drinking games, gambling over cards, or garden croquet. Either way, determine if it's just for fun or if you're betting money on it. Roll 2d8. God. My mind immediately goes to a Victorian party game that I saw on Tumblr that's like Poor Little Puss, where, you know, the person who's quote unquote it has to act like a cat and go around and like be called Poor Little Puss, and I forget what the
what the win condition is.
Actual mechanics of the game other than that are, but I don't want that to be this. But that's all that comes to mind, so I need help.
No, I love that. I want that to be it, but that's fair.
We'll have to create a mechanic for it to be more game-like. What's the mechanic?
I have no idea.
You're trying to embarrass somebody as the cat, you're trying to get somebody to do something embarrassing or get them to be flustered.
We could also Google what the real rules are for it.
No, I don't want to.
Fair enough. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
YOLO.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yup. Who's it is the question.
I think it would be funny if either of them were it.
That is fair.
Let's roll and see
Yes.
What our result is, and then tailor our answers to that. So yeah. I'll roll a d8 and you roll a d8.
Sounds good. I got a 1.
I got a 6.
So
that puts us at... Oh.
No.
2 to 7. Boo, this is the pits. You're not winning and you're not having fun, so in the end, this feels like a waste of time. And your fellow guests have noticed you don't seem to be enjoying each other's company. What excuses do you make for your terrible efforts? If you were playing for fun, -2 affection plus 2 suspicion. If you were playing for money, -4 plot. Jesus.
Yep.
Butts.
Were we playing for money or for fun? Probably for fun.
I think for fun.
Yeah. Well, we're so good at this. Yeah, so, yeah. neither of our hearts are in it after that big blow up earlier, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think either of us are particularly suited to this game anyway, because it's just like, what do you mean I've got to act like a cat? Meow.
Meow. What's funny, though, is that, like, Primus already acts like a cat in many ways, and so he's like, I'm not it. What are you talking about? His tail is lashing. His ears are pinned back.
Yeah. And then somebody else at the party is like, Callan is just confused, and somebody else at the party is just like, like, yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Cool.
I think they go back to their rooms and just, like, fucking...
Callan screams into a pillow.
Yeah, I was about to say they both just end up screaming into pillows, just burying their face in pillows and moaning about how terrible that was.
Yeah.
So much for a fun evening.
Yeah.
And we are literally no closer to our goals.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, boy. Love this. Going great. Everything is going fantastic.
I have an idea for what the next event should be.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Somebody's birthday party.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Is it one of ours, or is it somebody else in courts?
I think it'd be really funny if it was one of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whose birthday is it? Is it Primus's or is it Kalen's?
I feel bad, but I want a chance to ruin Primus's birthday.
Hell yeah, I was also hoping it would be Primus's birthday because he's the prissy little birthday boy.
It's what he deserves.
It's what he deserves, yeah. Yeah, so it's Primus's birthday party. He's sitting up at the head of the table, at the head of the fucking feast, entertaining, talking to people, having a great time with his husband by his side.
Mm-hmm.
It's my birthday. How are you gonna do this to me on my birthday? It's a 9 of clubs. No, spades, even. I know my card suits.
Yeah. Ooh.
Your parents had expectations for what kind of match you'd eventually make, didn't they? If they'd hoped for a love match, +1 suspicion. If they wanted you to be strategic and seek mutual opportunities, +1 plot. They definitely wanted me to be strategic and seek mutual opportunities, so I'm gonna give us a +1 plot. They don't
Okey-dokey.
necessarily think that I've made the right choice here, but that is what they wanted for me.
Yeah. Maybe they suspect that you're planning something.
Yeah.
They don't know what, but they suspect you're planning something.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. All right. I have tallied that. It is now time for me to draw. 2 of Hearts. Pick something about your spouse's appearance. Mention it thoughtlessly. Oh.
Interesting. Now's the time to bring up that weird little brown patch.
No, I think Callan is talking a little conspiratorially with somebody and is just like, yeah, it's really cute how his eyes crinkle when he gets mad.
And he's just like, wrinkles? How could you do this to me? That's cute though. I like it.
Yeah, because we've already established, I think it's endearing when you're mad, so.
Yep. Whoop. 7 of Hearts. Also, it ended up way in the bottom for some reason. You spot someone attractive across the hall and stare a little too long. What alluring trait do they have that your fake spouse does not? -1 affection, +1 suspicion.
Oh.
Oof. Remember to add +1 affection no matter what if your player partner's response makes you fall more in love with their character. That's cute still, but I'm gonna add +1 affection to the last one though, because like I think it's cute that you find that endearing.
Okay. That's kind of what I was hoping.
Yes. Alrighty. What alluring trait does this stranger have that my beloved does not? my quote-unquote beloved. I mean, like, the easiest answer would be, like, long legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice pair of legs. Showing them off. Maybe a pair of heels to accentuate the calf.
Yeah. Love it.
Amazing.
9 of diamonds.
Woohoo.
Did you two have mutual friends before this, or overlap between your social circles? If the connections are slight, +1 plot. If they were completely separate, +1 suspicion. If you're from the same social background, +1 affection.
I would say the connections are slight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, because we
have both lived at court.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know a couple of the nobles that I am friends with, and I probably know a couple of the servants that you have known.
Yeah. Agreed.
Nice. All right. No life-ruining things at my birthday party so far.
So far.
Queen of Hearts. Marital
Yay.
challenge. Woo! Rolling another D12. I got a 9. We haven't done that one yet. I think that one's the ballroom dance one. Nope.
Oh, I hope so.
Travel album. Everyone wants to know where you went on your honeymoon, except you didn't. Better come up with something quick. Yeah, they spent their whole honeymoon, like, just kind of hanging out in one of their rooms. Yep. Here's the real question. Are our characters actually married, but for false reasons, or are they straight up not married to each other?
Oh. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. You know what? I think somebody would have raised an alarm if we came back saying we were married, but there wasn't documentation to prove it.
Okay, that's something I was sort of thinking too, but also it would be very funny if they just straight up weren't actually married. Yes. So
let's roll 2d8.
Roll 2d8, yeah. I got a 3 and 5. An 8.
So that is an 8. Oh yes, we went to a beautiful place and had a beautiful time and made beautiful memories. Tell the most boring generic story you can to drive away the curious crowds as quickly as possible, even if you bore each other a little in the plot process. +2 plot, -1 affection.
The 11 to 16 one is cute, but yes. Yes, we went to the seaside and collected sand dollars.
Yeah. We saw a jellyfish.
It
was jiggly.
Beautiful. Jiggly as well. Yes. Indeed. No more questions, anyways.
+2 plot.
Nice.
-1 affection.
Love this.
Alright, I'm going to draw another card. Another marital challenge!
Whoa! Damn. 2 in a row.
We've already done 11, so I'm going to reroll.
Got it.
I think we've already done a 3, haven't we?
I believe so. Yes, we did.
Have we done a 5?
Don't think so. Don't believe so, no.
Okay, so marital challenge number 5.
Oh boy. Your ex is here. God fucking damn it. Both players roll a d8. The one with the lower roll just saw their ex walk in. If you roll doubles, you've both dated them. How? Why? What happened? Why aren't you together anymore? Why the hell are they walking over here?
Oh boy, okay.
Oh boy, let's go.
7 and a 1.
7 and a 1.
Okay. 8 to 10. No fuss, no muss. You're so normal. You're very, very normal about it. So normal that everyone gets a little bored and the ravenous crowd that had gathered in hopes of seeing some kind of absolute meltdown disperses. How does this extremely normal interaction change how you feel about your ex? Are you now thinking about the inevitable end of your marriage once the plan has run its course? Since I rolled lowest, it's my ex.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Rosalind.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's Rosalind, and she's actually here as somebody else's plus one, not necessarily romantically, but just like, you know, a buddy who was like, you want to get into this fancy party? Hey, your ex is going to be there. Didn't you leave on good terms? And Rosalind's like, yeah, sure. I'd love to see Callan. So
Incredible.
it's very, you know, we hug, we're exchanging story, you know, talking about stories from our youth, which, you know, involve like the stables and stuff like that, and it's very boring to people who are in
talking
high
about
society.
The horses. Yeah, talking about the horses that y'all like reminiscing fondly about specific horses.
Yeah. And it's just so boring to people in high society. They're just like, what the fuck? So -1 suspicion, +2 plot.
Nice. Hell yeah. We aced that challenge.
Yep. And let's see. How it doesn't change how I feel about my ex. Am I now thinking about the inevitable end of our marriage once this plan has run its course? Don't worry about it. I'm still very don't worry about it, about the whole thing. Yep. I'm not thinking about what happens once the plan runs its course.
You're not thinking about after, you're just thinking about what's going on now.
Yep.
Love it. No notes. All right. My turn to draw a card.
Yep.
Still my birthday. 4 of clubs. Oh boy. Everyone in this corner of the salon is going around in a circle sharing their most embarrassing stories. You're both roped in. What stories do you tell, and are they true? Well, I'm going to share the story of how you fell in manure as a child.
Yeah, and I'm going to share the story about how you had a fluffy bunny tail for a day and a half.
Ugh. Treacherous.
And everybody around us is just like, we know these stories already.
Yeah.
You're so boring.
Yup.
But I'm going to add a token of affection.
Aw.
Because you didn't, like, drop the dime on me for anything else embarrassing that I've done in your presence.
True. There's a lot of things I could have said.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you could have talked about, but you chose to talk about something that was in the past, you know, long in the past, and they already knew.
Had already been told in court, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Aw. I think that...
I'm gonna do... Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, I think one more card and then call your birthday?
Yes.
8 of diamonds. Which eye-roll-inducing personality trait of your spouse's is actually starting to come off kind of hot now that you really think about it? I think maybe the whole, like, you talking yourself up thing is starting to become endearing, because it's like, actually, you are kind of that good at what you do. Like, you actually are, you know, you do have the prowess that you claim to have. So.
Yes, I am that good.
I never say it to your face.
Aw.
But notably, like, when you're talking about something that you did recently, I don't, like, try to stop you from getting a big head about it.
Aww.
Like, so that might be how you notice. It's like, usually I'd say something, be like, you know, try to bring you back down to earth, but
it's like talking about crystal resonances and drawing magic and blah 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 blah. Fucking technical bullshit.
So that was the 8 of diamonds. So
Successful birthday party.
yeah.
We didn't fuck up nearly as bad as we could have.
Yeah. I think that we should have one more event, and then whichever one we have highest, if we don't naturally reach a boiling point, we should consider it to be a boiling point to end.
I agree. I think that's a good plan. Yeah, because we're at about the 2-hour mark, which means this should end up as 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Nice. Very reasonable. All right, what's our final event? Maybe it's like a smaller thing, like a tea party. Like there's only like maybe 10 people.
Ooh.
Or just like a little garden party.
Yeah.
Smaller, more intimate affair.
I like that.
Hell yeah. All right. First one to draw a card.
Yep.
Ace of Diamonds. A friend admits a secret that aligns with your goals. What new opportunity or development do they offer? +2 plot. Alrighty. Let's say that one of Primus's associates. Let's say that this garden party is among magisters, basically.
Mm.
And one of them comes to Primus and lets him know that 2 of the people above him, between him and basically like everybody in between him and the head mage position, is about to be revealed to be participating in this huge fucking scandal where it was found that several mages were colluding to try to assassinate with magic one of the princes of the country. And this plot has come to light, and therefore those magisters have been demoted and imprisoned, and therefore there is nobody standing between him and head mage except for Tertius.
Ooh, yes, very good.
Hell yeah.
Juicy, juicy drama.
Juicy, juicy drama. And it's like, and it's Primus's only thing is like, sloppy fucking assassination attempt if they got caught like that. Well, I guess they really weren't cut out for the positions in that case. Looks like our luck is turning.
Callan's just silently nodding and eating tea sandwiches.
Yeah. And I think maybe this comes to light because Primus is like, and where are our friends? Whatever the fuck their names are. Like, should so and such not be here? ? No. Hell yeah. All right.
I have drawn the 9 of clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Has your character ever had as much fun as they're having in this fake marriage? If no, +1 affection. If this is par for the course, -1 suspicion. If it sucks, -1 affection. I think this is probably par for the course. I don't think that Callan is having the time of his life, but I don't think that it sucks either.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, this is pretty par for the course. So I'm going to take 1 off the suspicion.
Woo!
And, people are like, are you having fun? It's like, oh yes, this is a lovely party. Thank you for inviting us. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
Alrighty. 6 of Hearts. What do you notice about your spouse's carriage in public that is completely different from when the 2 of you are alone? A new hand gesture, a nervous vibrato in the voice, a cruel glint of their eyes. Do you think it's more or less real than the version you know? I would say that Callan maybe is a little nervous in high society.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, trying a little too hard in some senses. In other senses. And I think that the version I see at home is probably more real. But then nobody is real when it comes to court machinations.
Yeah. That's fair.
You definitely notice a more cruel glint of Primus's eyes in public, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. He's a bit of a bitch.
What? No way.
I love him. What a little asshole.
I have drawn the 6 of spades. Why weren't you already married before this? If you were, why didn't it last? Does this partnership seem better or worse than what you probably would have ended up with naturally? I don't think I was married before this. And I think this may be like a nosy junior magister kind of not sniffing around or snooping around, but just a nosy junior magister. It's like, what, were you married before you
ended up with our esteemed colleague?
Yeah. And it's just like, no, marriage didn't really seem to be in the cards for me because of the prophecy and everything, but it's been nice being married, I think. And I think this will trigger a point of affection because, like, it actually is nice. Like,
Aww.
They're having a good time.
We are failing at the absolutely, positively do not fucking fall in love for real. That would be so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Me up next.
Yep.
King of Clubs.
Marital trial.
A marital trial. Oh, I rolled a d8 by accident. Don't look at that one.
Okay.
5. Didn't we just do 5? Yes, we did.
Yes.
4. Haven't done that one yet. Dancing, obviously. Excellent.
Oh, nice.
What's a social event without a turn around the ballroom? Play rock, paper, scissors against each other 8 times, and count the number of times you play the same move. With 4 players, the other pair is free to keep an eye on you and raise hell if they think you're cheating / giving each other some kind of signal. How are we gonna do this? Should we just turn our videos on and play rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, let's just turn our videos on, because I do have...
I was like, I hope it's not too dark in here, but it is not. Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's go for rock, paper, scissors then. Rock,
okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I have
okay.
lost.
Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
Shoot. I have lost. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Hey, we got the same, so that's
we got
1. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Damn.
So that's 4, right? We've done 4 so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. This is riveting audio.
Yep.
All right. 5. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
2. We've got 2 in the...
Woo!
So we've got 3 more times.
Got it.
I think.
Yes. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah. 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right.
Oh, scissors.
I did paper. Rock,
yeah.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Okay, so we got the same 3 times.
Got it. All right. 3 to 5 times. You're perfectly charming together and you dance just enough to make sure everyone sees you enjoying yourselves. What do each of you think about while you dance instead of thinking about your hands on each other's waists? -1 suspicion, +3 plot. I'm definitely thinking about, like, how do I look the best here? Like, how do I make everybody think about how beautiful and lovely we are together? It's definitely, like, the thoughts are all on the acting and the putting it into the... Yes. That.
Yeah. I think I'm mostly focusing on not stepping on your toes.
That is fair. That is fair.
And also, like, since this is a garden tea party kind of thing, I imagine it's one of those dances where you swap partners and stuff, and I'm focused on executing the moves right and doing the partner swaps where I'm supposed to and going where I'm supposed to, and I execute serviceably.
Excellent job. I've taught you well, because I can't imagine you were taught this growing up.
No.
Yeah.
So, we have reached a boiling point with plot.
Ooh, that is very exciting. Let's see what the plot boiling points say.
Let us roll.
Yes.
Ooh.
Difference of 1 to 3. The end.
The end.
You've achieved your goal, or at least you have everything in place to carry it out. But what now? If suspicion is high, is the aftermath of what you've done enough to finally expose you? If affection is high, are you reluctant to part? Is victory everything you've ever wanted, or do you still yearn for more? Oh boy, I love this. Yeah. We, especially because of that, like, extra 2 plot, that particular thing, knowing that those poor assassins were ousted from court. There's nothing in between us and, or rather nothing in between me and becoming the next High Court mage.
Mm-hmm. Our affection is higher than the suspicion, so...
Hell yeah. I think we are. I think we are reluctant to part after all this.
Yeah.
I think that with Primus now the head court mage, without even having to do any... Oh, you know what? Actually, I think that this comes down to, like, a big, like, Primus walks up and is like, I am challenging you for your position, in a very public display. And they have a big fight, and they do they're like, it's a tough and a hard-won battle, but at the end of it, Primus emerges victorious, dripping blood just a little bit. And like they're both, like, fighting to kill. Like, it's intense. And how does Callan react to this extremely impressive display of magical prowess?
I'm imagining after, like, they're waiting to see if they're gonna have to kill Tertius to keep him from murdering their husband. But when Primus emerges victorious, Callan realizes that he's genuinely relieved and also finds, like, the spatters of blood kind of hot. So he, like, it's really silly looking. Like, there's no way it doesn't look silly, but him, like, sweeping Primus off his feet and then, like, dipping him for a kiss.
That probably, I love it. I love it. It's so good. Their first real kiss of their relationship. Several months into their marriage.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, it's so good. And, yeah, I mean, I think Primus takes it, because he is also genuinely feeling affection for his partner at this point. And what about that nasty little prophecy bit? What about that?
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm interested in worrying about it now, because now it's actually showing up.
I think that there is probably a quest that Callan is going to have to go on to keep danger from befalling the kingdom.
Now that he's fallen in love for real.
But that is potentially a story for another day.
I think that would be an interesting story to tell on another day.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe next season we might see these characters again.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Perhaps as adventurers.
Yeah.
Almost certainly as adventurers. Poor Callan.
Yeah.
All right, we did it. We kept our eyes on the prize. And eventually
we did.
Got our eyes to the prize.
Hell yeah.
Those eyes are all over that prize. This was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I really enjoyed this game.
Yeah, this game was great.
Outro document.
There's no outro document.
That's fine. I will riff. I know the outro by now. Thank you for listening. This has been Follow the Leader. I've been Sam. You can still find me at Blue Sky at Sassytail and on Tumblr also as Sassytail. And you can find our podcast at patreon.com/FDLcast and on both Blue Sky and Tumblr at FDLcast.
Yep. And I've been August. You can still find me on Tumblr at Strange Harpy, Blue Sky, and Itch at Harpydora. This has been really great. You can also find links to both the FTL Discord or also the Room Where It Happened Discord, which has kind of become like the general Standing Stones sort of Discord in the descriptions of this episode. Come talk to us.
Please.
We'd love to hang out with you.
Tell us how you like our show. Tell us about our show. We love to hear feedback.
Yeah. And I think that is it for our outro. Shall we clap?
Yes, we shall.